Welcome to DDL, where we discuss everyday topics like current events and or controversial points of view. This is Noel. I'm Void. First things first, shout out to our sponsor, Candle Time. Head over to the link in the description to purchase a candle today. And we're not live.
No, we're not.
Good?
Yeah,
all right.
Good. Sorry,
So,
we had to restart.
Take two. It's all good.
Take two.
I'm going to go over some healthy habits to teach your kids and why it's important to have healthy habits. Will be Wellspring Wednesday's episode.
Yeah. Okay. We wanting to start this?
Yeah.
Okay, let me swap it over. There we go.
All right. Ready?
So, 45 good habits for kids and simple ways to teach them. What are good habits in kids? So, right, we all want to have happy, healthy kids, lives for our kids. So, and then one that they maneuver with grace through life's up and downs. Plus, teaching kids good habits early makes it easier for them later. So they say, please note, don't try to teach the entire list of good kids' habits at the same time. Embed some in routines and use others as valuable to-dos during long breaks from school.
Yeah, you don't want to overwhelm them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So this is interesting because it breaks it down for like preschool and whatnot. That's why I chose this, because I was reading through it and they're pretty good. First, we'll start with the littles. If your kids are older, skip ahead. So you guys can fast forward.
Yeah.
Often parents wonder what is helpful for kids going through preschool and kindergarten. In this section, we'll focus on life skills and habits instead of academic to-dos. So number one, get dressed independently.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this happens kind of on their own because they want to become more independent as they grow older.
They also mimic their parents. They see them getting dressed.
So helping kids learn to dress themselves and put their own shoes gives them confidence and gives parents breathing room too. That is true.
Yeah, it really does.
Number two.
Put on jacket. As an extension, many preschoolers focus specifically on teaching the child to put a coat, gloves, and hat on by themselves. Take it a step further by packing their backpack together before school. Listening is a life skill that starts early. According to the American College of Education, the best way for you to help your child with listening is by listening to them. That's probably something I could work on.
I'm sure I could work on that too.
Additionally, they suggest you give short multi-step directions, read them stories on topics they are interested in, and teach whole body listening. I actually heard of that before. It's pretty good. Okay. Wash hands.
Washing hands well has never been more important, right?
Yeah, I would hope
For a year or two, I put up a paper in my kids' bathroom reminding them of the steps needed. My son liked to skip it. We had to become more intentional. Wet your hands, get soap, rub hands together underwater, rinse off all soap, dry hands with towel.
Fairly simple.
It's pretty simple. Right, and we both have food manufacturing backgrounds, so like to us, this is second nature.
Yeah, dude, I still do that to this day.
So I think this is one that if started early enough, you can get your kids really into a good habit because it's very healthy for them. It helps prevent a lot of sicknesses.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it does.
Go potty. Of course, potty training is a rite of passage for everyone. Getting your child to go to the potty not only helps them become independent, but also saves you a lot of money on diapers.
Yes.
Facts.
If nothing else, just that reason alone.
Yeah.
Fine motor skills.
Scroll down.
Let's see. Next, kids need to develop a good foundation for their fine motor skills at this age. This includes using scissors, but also hand-eye coordination and learning a pincer grasp, useful for holding a pencil later. Here's a great post of fine motor activities for preschool age. You can click on that on your own. 7, share and take turns. That's the one I'm working on right now. Sharing is tough, but if they learn to play cooperatively, negotiate, and cope with disappointment now, they'll be in much better shape later on. Try setting a time for taking turns to help take the pressure off of both of you. That's literally what we try to do.
Interesting. Imaginative play. In this day and age, it's tempting to direct our kids to play. There are a million activities online that do this, but it's important for kids to have plenty of unstructured free time so they learn to use their imagination and develop cooperative play skills.
And not on a computer.
Yeah. Tie shoes. Finally, for our little ones, tying shoes is a kindergarten skill that helps kids gain independence. It also builds their fine motor skills, dexterity, and hand-eye coordination, so it aids in overall development.
I wonder if they teach that in schools nowadays.
I doubt it. So healthy habits for kids. Next, these good kid habits build strong bodies and minds. The truth is we are surrounded by temptations often. If we build a solid foundation in our kids, we will be giving them years of better living. So
10. Eat healthy foods. First, a healthy lifestyle starts and ends with food. Sometimes that's easier said than done when it comes to our kids. That's a fact. To build healthy food habits include multiple vegetable options at meals. I got one kid, man. She eats good. Then the other one, it's like I can't get him to eat anything besides macaroni and cheese. Options at meals. That way, if they don't want to eat something, they have something else available that's good for them. Keep meals colorful, limit processed food snacks, and try smoothies or other recipes that make healthy eating fun. 11. Educate kids about food. I don't think they do this enough, honestly. There's a ton of misleading labels on our food. As they get older, show your kids how to look at the nutrition labels and evaluate the true value of their food. Ask questions like, what's in this food? Can you pronounce it?
Pause. That's actually a really good one. If you can't pronounce it, you probably shouldn't be eating it.
Dude, I do. Okay, so when we were still back in Colorado before I came up here, like me and the kids would go grocery shopping. Like it was like a little family thing, and I would always tell them, read the back, do this, do that, and that's literally what I said. If you can't pronounce it, put it back.
Yep.
How much sugar is in this? Is that a number lot, or is that number a lot? 12.
Drink water.
Most important one.
This was one that she brought up to us, like drinking water.
That's-
Getting in the habit of drinking water instead of soda and juice is a small thing, but saves a ton of struggles later on. Just make it a rule that juice is for special occasions and you don't drink soda.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
actually
guilty.
true. I used to drink a crap ton of soda.
Yeah.
One of my biggest weight loss journeys is stop cutting out the soda. I occasionally have a soda or a juice now, but it's a rarity.
Yeah. I need to
Scroll
drink
back up.
water.
Stay active. Okay, now you can scroll down. Next, keep kids moving while they're young. They'll be more drawn to movement later on. There are two great ways to do this. Sign up for physical activities they are interested in, i.e. boxing or karate or any of that stuff. Tumbling, whatever. Get moving as a family. Take family walks after dinner or weekly bike rides and reap the benefits of fresh air, quality connection time, and being fit together.
Yeah, sometimes we go walking down our road.
Yeah.
Be outside. Spending time outside reduces stress and improves your mood and focus. If kids learn to love the great outdoors early, they'll also be more respectful and appreciative of the beauty that our world offers. Eat breakfast. I'm big on this one. Next, kids need the energy that breakfast provides. So a healthy first meal gives them a bright daily start and also teaches them to start their days off right. Try a whole foods approach like eggs with spinach, oatmeal and fruit, a smoothie, fruit and almond butter. 16.
Pack a healthy lunch. Finally, imagine a child that learned to pack a healthy lunch scroll down. As a kid, what a booster as an adult, both to health and money management.
With that
To
talk.
teach the kids habit, to teach this kid's habit, have your kids help you make lunches. Have them pick a fruit and vegetable to go with their main item and do it regularly. Good habits for kids at home. Do chores. That's a big
Yes.
one. Like, everyone in the household should contribute to the greater good. It's important to teach children that you are part of a team that works together. Plus, regular chores teaches household skills and values of hard work.
Yep.
To start chores with your kids, see this free template chore chart or the daily household chore list. That's actually really. I might go and look those up and print them off because I struggle to keep the kids on chore schedule.
Yeah, we got the kids like, you know what you're supposed to do, and if it's not done, then and if it's something like random throughout the day, I'll ask, and then they get it done. They're doing pretty good about that. Learn to cook. This is another one we're teaching the older ones. As an adult, the habit I wish I had learned more of was cooking. 15 years later, my husband, not my husband, their husband, is still a better cook than I am, and I'm convinced it's because he cooked a lot as a kid. Even teaching your child the basics like making eggs and spaghetti gives them a foundation down the road. Yeah, at least they won't starve. They can cook spaghetti and eggs.
Yeah.
Keep
Go ahead,
going down.
scroll down. Money management.
Oof, this is your area.
Teaching your kids to properly handle money can mean the difference between chasing money their whole lives or being a millionaire. These habits start early and make a profound difference in the long run. That is true. If you're trying to figure out how to be a millionaire and you're in your mid-20s and you haven't even figured out how to manage your money and you're relying on other people to help you out and you are unwilling to work and do the things, you're probably never going to be a millionaire. It'd be nice if you found someone that could help you that already has these habits that could teach you how to, put off your short-term happiness for long-term gains. But, Yeah. Start with an allowance system and guide them with their decisions on what to save, spend, and give as they grow. Discuss the basics of big expenses, the stock market, and your financial dreams. Yeah.
20. Pickup. Scroll down. If you can teach kids to keep things tidy early, you've won a long-term battle. Often this is a regular habit of putting your plate away or picking up toys after playing with them. These resources can help with young ones. Scroll down, please.
Scroll up. You passed it right there.
These resources, yeah, right there. Those are the resources. If you want them, click them. Go ahead, go down. It says, stay positive. In the constant news world we live in, it's easy to get down, but teaching kids to stay positive is teaching them to be resilient. So try a good and grit game at dinner. Everyone at the table says one good thing that happened to them and one way they work through a challenge.
Honesty. The habit of telling the truth starts young. Huh. That's interesting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Make telling the truth a priority in your home, and your kids will have honesty and integrity to fall back on for life. Yep. If
This
you don't
book
teach,
is helpful.
this book is helpful if you like more guidance. I should send that.
I might need to borrow it. Family relationships, togetherness. According to research at the University of Florida, sharing a family meal means that, and we do this at my house, family bonds grow, kids are happier, less depressed and anxious, everyone eats more nutritious meals, kids do better in school, kids are less likely to be obese or overweight, kids are less likely to use / abuse drugs, cigarettes, or alcohol. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I knew that like eating around a meal together improved like the bond and stuff like that, but I didn't know the less likely to do drugs.
Good hygiene. Scroll down some more, dude. Oh, there's lots of benefits this in just the tip of the iceberg in the research, so make family meals a regular habit. Good hygiene. Establish regular morning and night routines that include brushing teeth, showering, brushing hair, and clipping nails. These are basic habits that can sometimes be overlooked, but emphasizing them now makes it easier. For a clear kids routine, try this daily schedule template chart. Pick up litter. When your kids see litter on a trail or sidewalk, what do? Get them in the habit of picking it up by showing them how you would do it. Also, talk to them about how important Earth is to our livelihood so they understand how we are interconnected. Well, that's actually a really good point.
My wife does that with the kids whenever we go walking.
What does this section do? You scrolled too fast.
Make sleep a priority.
Yeah, yes. My oldest struggles with this one. He does not want to go to bed ever.
I get it. Many kids and teens are sleep deprived thanks to their devices. Following a clear bedtime routine can help. Make sure kids get enough exercise during the day so that they are tired. Then create an electronics off time and have an established lights out time that kids follow. Doing this yourself is a great model. Here's an example. 8 o'clock, no electronics time. Read short kids' bedtime stories or homework. 9, lights out. Just like prison.
Mm-hmm. Be open to all. Raise your kids to be open to all kinds of people. In order to do this, it is important to expose them to other cultures, races, and backgrounds. Look for sports teams and neighbors who come from different places and think differently. It is often overlooked, but building curiosity instead of fear or apathy will make a huge difference in how they react to people as they become adults. That is actually true, and that is definitely something that I encourage.
Yeah. Spend time with kids.
Friends.
Oh, friends. Sorry. You scrolled and it threw me off. Friendships and learning to socially interact are some of the most important aspects of healthy development in school-age children. In fact, playing with friends teaches valuable skills such as communication, cooperation, and problem solving. Having friends can also affect their performance in school. So set up a few play dates or activities. It doesn't need to be a crazy amount, and let kids have regular free time with siblings too. Yeah.
Be kind. Kindness towards others and animals gives kids a sense of belonging and self-esteem. Acts of kindness also increase energy, gratitude, and optimism. Scroll down. So make kind words and actions a priority in your home. Kindness activities and games for kids, families giving, like this 12 Days of Xmas gift, and helping those in need. Discussing this phrase can help kids test their thoughts too. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Patience. In today's instant gratification world, teaching your kids patience gives them a massive advantage for life. Yep. Mm-hmm. You can't teach someone in their mid-20s.
No.
So explain how patience pays off, and that is worth it to try to teach and try to relax and be as calm as you wait. Encourage activities such as gardening, saving money, and cooking where you have to wait for the result you want. And check out these fun kids breathing exercises to help with their patience anger management, and stress relief.
I have to borrow that. Gratitude. Research proves that gratitude is strongly associated with greater happiness. This is because it helps you be more positive, savor good experiences, deal with adversity, and improve your health and relationships. Cultivate the habit through praying twice a day or writing down the good things in your life morning and night. Do this with your kids and discuss what you've come up with.
Be helpful. Encourage kids to provide a helping hand to those in need and show them the way. Help people, be it a friend or a stranger, in front of your kids. Also explain why you were doing it, while also cautioning them to be careful with strangers. And I think there should be one more caveat to this, is make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of too, right? Because there are people out there where when you go out of your way to help them, will continue to take advantage of you. And you while you want to definitely look out for your fellow person, you also got to make sure that you're not putting yourself in any harmful way either.
Yeah.
So
build a growth mindset. Having a growth mindset means that everything in life happens for your growth. Failures are just a stepping stone to get to where you want to go.
There is no such thing as failure. There's only things known as teaching moments.
That's right. Learning experiences. So celebrate when your kids try new things, when they have an oops moment, or when they took on a challenge for more. Try activities for growth mindset with your kids, good books that teach growth mindsets.
Okay, take responsibility. Wasn't me, lives at my house. There's also been a lot of trouble blamed on our imaginary dog. As a result, we're working on the habit of taking responsibility at my home. For this, model taking responsibility for your life as an adult and discuss with your kids why leaders take responsibility. You can't improve your situation if you don't first take responsibility for it. So I do like this one. When you make a mistake, when you do something wrong, if you get caught in a lie, whatever it is, owning up to it is the only way that you can move forward if you want to continue moving forward in that aspect. And if you cannot own up to it, if you can't take accountability in your own life, how are you supposed to encourage you or teach anyone taking accountability around you, right?
Yep.
So this is a big one. I think this ties a lot into the honesty portion. A lot of these tie together. So, yeah, I like this one.
Screens aren't everything. Our kids are growing up in a digital world. They see screens at all hours of the day through more devices than we ever imagined. But time on screens means less time outdoors, getting exercise, and learning social interaction in many cases. It also means less sleep, more exposure to detrimental social media, and more behavioral problems. So set clear boundaries for screen time and stick to them. We give an hour a day for like Game Boys or whatever. That's it.
Yeah.
Watch the video. Whoops.
Yeah. Scroll down. Good habits for kids at school. Interesting. Come on, scroll down. Read daily. Reading helps build focus, empathy, and imagination. Children who read also do better in school and have a deeper understanding of the world. Moreover, if you read it together, it builds deeper relationships between parents and kids. So make reading a treat and not a chore. Get kids books that interest them so they can see it this way. You can find 10-year-old books series here, or good books for 7-year-olds to get your child started. Interesting.
Study skills. Knowing how to study for deep understanding isn't always clear. Encouraging kids to study regularly and take effective notes is a small thing that reaps big rewards to their learning over time. Be punctual. Kids that learn to value time will be less likely to waste it, so make it a priority to be on time together and that they complete things on time. So
I think there's a caveat or a little bit of an extension on this. I also think that if you're teaching kids how to value time, like it says, they're less likely to waste it. And that means when they're an adult, they're going to actually put value. They're going to find value in their time for things that are making them prosperous or advancing their life rather than just the short-term experiences.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like going out to a club, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that really valuing your time? Not really. I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're laying down.
Yeah. So work hard. As with the adults, it's natural for kids to do what they have the least amount of work, but getting into the habit of doing it right for the first time, going the extra mile, will serve them exponentially as an adult. 100%. That kind of ties back into valuing your time, right? Yeah. If you're putting in your time into an endeavor, a project that you're working on, like I do consulting on the side, right? We were just talking about this. I do consulting on the time or on the side. And that's because I have a fair amount of knowledge in certain aspects that other people don't. So being able to go out and help other people do that while getting paid for it is great. But if I were to value going out and getting drunk with friends or going out and doing God knows what, and I didn't value earning money that it helps my family, then I wouldn't be a good person. I wouldn't be able to model this for my children. Right? So I work between 40 and 60 hours a week on my normal job, if not more, sometimes more. It all depends on what's going on.
You're a busy man.
We have this side project.
Yep.
We have the project with my daughter on Candle Time. Yep. Check us out. My oldest son and I are working. Well, he's doing a lot of the research. I'm going to do the funding for him on it. But he's wanting to do it on his own. I'm stepping back and just kind of asking questions every now and again. Which is one thing that I was going to work with him this afternoon and see where we're at with all this, where he's at, so we can get moving on that. And then playing with the kids. But on top of that, I also do side projects where right now I'm doing about 10 to 12 hours a week just on building a program. Mm-hmm. So I value my time a lot, and the people that I have chosen to help, my time spent doing all this extra stuff is for them. Yeah. Right. So I really think that's a really good one. Yeah. Look over your work. Instead of rushing through, remind kids to stop and check answers before turning work in. It takes only 30 seconds, but it's a small habit that saves them a lot of pain when it comes to grades. Yes. So I know this is for school, but the nice thing about this is this really does expand out into their adulthood, into their careers. Mm-hmm. So like when I finish writing that document, I reread it, I proofread it, I do a spell check, I do everything on it, right? I take a minute just to look over my work to make sure it looks good. And then on top of that, when I go to turn it into them, I walk through each portion with them. So like in probably 2 weeks, I'll be scheduling the first meeting to go over the first 70 or so documents to make sure they're all accurate and teach them how to sign off on it and make them valid and start putting them in a book. Gotcha. So that way the program is up and running. Nice. Right. So minimize distractions. Finally, for good student habits, this one is huge. Digital distractions are so prevalent that it's difficult for kids to focus deeply. This is not just kids. No. I know people in their 20s that cannot focus, that you literally will have be trying to have a conversation and they're pulling out their phone and reading text messages and laughing. It's like the digital distractions are there. It's sad. And, it all it's doing is conveying that you don't prioritize the person that you're having a conversation with, or you don't prioritize the task that you're doing. All you're showing is that your phone is the most important thing in your life.
Yeah, it's true.
Which is sad. So teach kids the habits of turning off their phone during study time and minimizing the time spent on social media. Social media.
Yeah, stupid. Good old social media. What's next?
The thing with social media, though, is it affects women more than it affects males.
Yes.
Because women tend to seek validation and want to get appreciated, and they do this through social media. They also tend to view social media as real life, and they don't realize that a lot of it's just curated to make it look better.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't
photoshopped or whatever.
Yeah. And boys and men typically are not as dependent on that. No, because men are very materialistic in some ways, shapes, or forms too, right? Because they tend to build material in order to attract a mate.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
But men are typically not as engaged in having the follower count, or not as engaged in having the validation portion of it. And when men see like other men doing successful, it is more of a drive, like, oh shit, I need to get my game up so I can make that happen. Whereas women, they see that and they're just like, oh, I deserve that.
Got you.
Right. There's differences between boys and girls. And I like this, like, turn your phone off during study and minimize time spent on social media. If everyone minimized and quit idolizing and being jealous of what other people have, I think it'd be a lot better off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
What's next? Make expectations clear. Good manners for kids. 42. Please, thank you, and sorry. We're big on this one at the house. Good manners teach kids the value of respect and kindness. It's not hard to use manners, but it is a habit that has to be focused on regularly and modeled for it to stick. 43.
Yeah, go for it.
Noticing and appreciating everyone. If you can teach your kids to look others in the eye and actively listen to them so the other person feels seen and appreciated, you'll be setting them up for good success later on. That's kind of what I'm working on with Aries right now. Like, hey, when I'm talking to you, look me in the eyes, you know.
Yeah.
Table manners. Eating with your proper utensils, using manners, and offering food to others all seems to be a lost art in today's world. Bring back a little etiquette to the dinner table, and you'll be helping kids navigate social settings later on.
Sportsmanship. Losing is hard, but we can teach kids that it's not always about winning or losing. The progress you achieve, the amount you learn, and the effort you put in are important too. And this kind of goes back to the failure one, like recognizing that failure is not really a failure; it's a teaching moment.
Yeah.
So yes, you can put in all the effort, and you can put in all the gains, and you can put in whatever, and you can be the best at what you're doing. There's always going to be someone better, and that's okay, because it's not about you being the best. It's about you being better than you were before.
It's about bettering yourself. Yeah.
Every day, wake up with maybe this is a habit that should be included on this: is teach your kids to wake up with the intent to become a better person than they were the day before.
Yeah.
Right.
I think everybody should do that.
So, okay, go ahead and go switch back to main screen. This was the end of it. Oh wait,
no, we got
was
one
it
more? I thought, was it
no,
45 or 46?
It says 45 good habits and it's sportsmanships. Maybe scroll down. How to develop good habits with kids. Oh, so this is how did you do it? Model to them. Yeah.
Yep.
So use rewards. Yeah. Interesting.
Like little puppy treats.
Yeah. So. Oh, nonetheless, I think that was Moo's suggestion that we cover.
That was a good one.
She said sickness, and we kind of expanded it out from sickness because Moo used to get sick a lot.
Really?
Yeah, like once a month
So
she
did
was
Ella.
sick. And one of the big things that she says she's changed is drinking more water, which is true because my kids do not necessarily. My oldest likes to drink water. He drinks a lot of water. My youngest drinks a lot of water, but she never really was a water drinker, and I never really was a water drinker. You know, when they were young, when she was young, my oldest was young too. I think I maybe drank water once a week. Other than that, it was always soda.
Mm-hmm.
So, or tea.
That's just bad
like
for you.
Sweet tea, like not like just iced tea, just sweet tea, like loaded sweet tea. You know what I mean? So I definitely didn't have good habits that I was modeling to them, but
Looking good now, though.
we changed. My oldest really seems to enjoy the dinners that we're doing. He to the point where he's making them, and he made some New Yorks the other day.
Yeah.
Oh man, they were delicious.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, what are your final thoughts on this?
Spend time with your kids. You know, try not to get distracted with the BS that happens in life, and focus on the good things that you do have currently. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And make every day count.
You know, they said like to stay positive. Now, and everybody knows in life as adults, we go through ups and downs.
Yes, sir.
Relationships go through ups and downs. Parenting goes through ups and downs. You go through ups and downs at work. So you go through ups and downs in every aspect of your life.
And if you didn't, it'd be weird.
It would be weird. But what I've noticed, this kind of ties into social media. Social media has taught, especially young women, that they're supposed to be happy all the time. That like
it's
everything
all about them.
It's all about them, and it's all about them getting what they want and them being happy. And that's something I hope Moo does not fall into and fall victim to.
Yeah.
But a lot of these habits that they're talking about are really good habits that they can do, because when they're mid-20s and they're struggling and they're thinking that they need to be more advanced in their life and further along the lines, they just, you want them to have these good habits where they invest their time wisely, they prioritize things wisely, they show kindness and empathy, right? So unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people this day and age, especially between like the ages of like 22 to like 32, seem to really don't understand any of this stuff, and it's really hard. And you really can't, as much as you would love to teach them and love to be there and guide them, they don't respect it. They don't want that help because they think that they're right.
Yeah, you gotta let them fly, buddy.
So I kind of feel bad that they didn't have modeling or the enforcement in order to do it. So
That was good final thoughts, man.
yeah. So till next time.
Peace.
Thank you for watching. Till next time.
Peace.